Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Figma Fridays from Rocksauce Studios. Rocksauce is a digital design agency. Our location is in Austin, Texas. We help our customers solve problems. How do we do it? We design solutions for them. One of the pieces of software we use pretty frequently is Figma. In fact, right now, it's probably the #1 tool that we're using. Why is that? That's what this series is about. Us showing you and telling you the reasons why we're using Figma so much and what we love about it. So, what I want to talk about today is something that I didn't even know was possible. And it's so cool. It's so awesome. I didn't know how to do it at all. My creative director, Chris, actually found how to do this. He showed us a project he'd done, and suddenly everything in there had these beautiful thumbnails. The organization was fantastic. I knew exactly what project I was looking at by just the thumbnail alone. So I asked him to show me how. He did, and so now I'm going to show you. As typical, we want to bring our panels back in, so we'll hit Command/. I'll come over here to our how do I set a project thumbnail or cover page that I've set up. Now Figma recommends a canvas size, a frame size of 1920 by 960 pixels wide. Now they suggest a 1600 pixel wide safe area, and that works, but it doesn't work everywhere. There are a couple different places in Figma where a thumbnail is used, where a cover is used, and I found that in certain places your text will actually be cut off on the edges. The imagery will be cut off as well if you keep it at 1600 pixels wide safe zone. So just like with the web, I've made it 1280 pixels wide because why not, right? I like the web and that's a good, nice, clean number. So I can use anything that I want to in a Figma thumbnail. It can be a photograph, it can be text that explains what it is, it can be some sort of visual representation of what that project is, but it should be easily recognizable to you that, oh, it's that project. Gotcha. Okay. What Figma will usually do is just show you sort of some of the frames, right? Some of the artboards that you have. And that's nice if you know exactly what you're looking at, but as you look at dozens, hundreds of projects, it becomes very, very difficult to keep everything organized. So what we'll do here is I'll grab my Figma thumbnail box. I will change the color. I'll make it yellow. And I will paste in that content that I just found, right? Now I don't need this because this is just going to be the thumbnail for Figma Fridays. It's not going to be a thumbnail for the entire, for each individual page, right? So I don't need to have the specific video name. So I'm going to go in there and remove that. Doop. Delete. And I'm going to look at this. There we go. Move this up. And I want this to be bigger because this is going to be the main text on the page, right? I want it to be bigger. So instead of 95.55, which doesn't even make any sense, and you should always try to use whole numbers here. You shouldn't use little decimal points like this. But sometimes I mess up because I'm just a human being. So I'm going to take this, drag this over here. There we go. Why is that doing that? Well, that's doing that because we have an object here that shouldn't be. So, see, I'm not perfect and I will make mistakes like anybody else does. So why should I use this? Large cover social area, group 5, group 4, group. I have a lot of stuff here. So actually, sometimes when you have little family things like that and you don't know why stuff is working, you can keep messing with it or you can just break it all apart, which is what I did. I just Shift-Command-G, broke the entire thing apart, come back in here, select them all again, and then I will frame my selection. And I'll come back here and rename it text. I think it's important to show people things that don't work necessarily as well as things that do work, because in the real world, things do and don't work all the time. Now, the reason that is reshaping is because I've got it set to scale. I don't want it to scale, so there we go. Boom, there we go. And now I will center it just for the sake of centering. Cool, Figma Fridays. Now, how do I make this a thumbnail? Do I need to export a JPEG, a PNG, anything like that? No, I don't. I want to right click on this frame. I'm just going to choose Set as Thumbnail. You'll know it's set as a thumbnail because right here you get this little icon next to the name of the frame. If you didn't want this to be the thumbnail anymore, you can right click again and you can choose Restore Default Thumbnail. Or you can find a different image you like, set that as a thumbnail, or you can go back and change this and it will change the thumbnail automatically. So what does this look like in the real world? Well, I'm over to Figma and that's what it looks like. You can see all the rest of these are using artboards, but this one is very clearly Figma Friday. Nice, right? Now if we look at this in the context of everything, like say all of our rock sauce projects, you can see that we've done this on a regular basis. And it makes it very easy to understand what's going on. Cool, huh? I think it's pretty cool. All right, so with that, thank you for tuning in. See you next time. Like and subscribe, all the good stuff. Q Manning, adios.